hear from you because of the technological challenges that may keep popping up. So we'll ask you in a few minutes to have your take, then we'll resume to what was. Is Commissioner Masit on? Commissioner Masit is muted.
Thank you, co-chairs and the Honorable Committee. Thank you for the opportunity to be invited to give our recommendations.
Sorry, I'm on, eh? Sorry, my other challenge. Tell them I'm on. Sorry, thank you.
Karibu, Commissioner Masit. Cherera, you may continue.
Thank you.
We did submit a written memorandum to the committee, and we stand by that. We only want the good of the commission and our country. What we, as the 4 commissioners, were taken through is not something that we wish any other commissioner, when appointed, to be taken through what we went through. So, in the good faith of our country, we want the next generation of commissioners at Iebc be people that will be handled with integrity that it deserves. And their voice will not be shut down, because as commissioners, we were there in the kitchen. We know what happened. Some of these things need to be spoken in a safe space. Commissioners, past and every generational commissions, and even to make it wider, the constitutional commissions that are there, they have something to give back to our country. Having commissioners and chasing them away, we lose a lot of the investment that the country puts on them. We only wish that we can have a safe space to talk about these things.
Recording in progress.
So that any other commissioner that is employed at Iebc will not be there just because of the salary, but will be there to ensure that things are done right and integrity is preserved. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Cherera. Commissioner Masit. She disappeared again. Commissioner Masit. Is she the one in steps? Yes. She muted again. Text her if she's somewhere.
Okay.
Hello?
Can we ask you a question before you disappear? Maybe you hear Commissioner
I think
Masit.
Masit is back.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, please?
We can hear you now,
We can hear
Masit.
you, Masit.
You can hear me?
We can hear you. If you don't mind, if you can touch your video icon.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's the wind where I am. Thank you, bipartisan committee. Thank you, all members, for giving us this opportunity. I want to just say a few words because, as you know, I still have a case in court. I have appealed at the Human Rights and Constitutional Court on my removal, and some things are being canvassed in court. But I want to say in brief, what was done in formals was not verification and tallying of elections. When we were announcing, all of us, what we were announcing were unwritten summaries, which were to be taken, to be typed, and to be brought back for commission, and each commissioner to check what they had written and what they had been typed, if it is in order. It went one way. Two, when the results came, it came only in 3 pages. And it was a summary in counties which exceeded 100%. That's where the dispute started from. How could we announce results which are over 100% and we have not been given Form 34C or summaries we wrote from constituencies to confirm whether what we announced and what had been typed is the same? Up to today, we've never seen from 34C. Again, what happened in formulas, we had not finished even announcing 27 constituencies. The screen was technically put up for Kenyans not to see what was going on. And when we asked it, it became an issue. Informers were removed from our committees. I chair Legal Affairs Committee. That's what I used to chair. But 1 week to election, chairman wrote us letters, putting me logistics, welfare, and security into one day, putting Cherera at a communication center, Nyangaya protocol, to remove us from results, and assign results to Collier and Marchand only, with letters written specifically which are part of the process which are in court. We were never involved, we were never told anything, and when we wanted to say it, they said we wanted to overturn the people. Yet, when the security team came, there were no results, there was nothing, you could not even talk of results because at that time there were no results. If anything, they just said there was tension in the country, and there was no stream showing, and we are taking so long. We should ask them to ease the tension in the country. So up to now, we don't know the results, and it's very important that we audit these results. Very, very important, because when we audit and even made open to everybody, even those people who have been elected and who lost as MPs, and even others, they will know their results, because I want to say this was not tallying, there was no verification, it was just, it is not, I don't know what to say about it as a commission. It's a shame for our country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Masit. And Cherera, please, we'll ask you to just stay online. We take a few questions.
Yeah, I want to go first. Why are you not here with us? Is it because of security concerns on the part of two of you? Of course, we take note of what Commissioner Masit said. Some of the matters are still in court. But for the benefit of the country, are you safe? Why are you out of the country? Thank you.
Yes, Chair.
Maybe first confirm whether you're out of the country.
I'm outside of the country for security reasons.
Okay.
Remember, I come from Rift Valley. Before that, even they said I betrayed the community. In the Facebook, in all social media, I was saying, I've never stepped in my home since that time. I've never even gone beyond my room. That time, I got calls, people telling me to drop the case. What am I doing? So many things, but I believe it's my constitutional right because I know what I did and what I didn't do. So it is because of security reasons. I'm out of the country and we're not doing even well because even the salaries we had, they were stopped. Even the 1/3 when I'm doing the case. So we are living at the mercy of people outside. So Commissioner Cherera should talk on herself, but mine is a long story. I don't want to say so many details because I told you I have a case in court, but it's because of security reasons. Thank you.
Irene, this is Eugene Wamala. We're in college together.
We are actually the same year.
You're on campus together at the university. Yes, you know, Ishunga likes saying the school because we went to our land, but I was at the University of Nairobi. We're very sorry to hear that.
On a light note, at least now we know how you know Commissioner Irene.
Irene, we are sorry to hear that you're out of the country. And literally from what you're explaining, because the whole country is listening, it's like you're in exile or something. Did you receive specific threats? What about your family? Are they in the Rift Valley? Have they also moved out of the country with you? And is Commissioner Cherera also under the same situation, being away from the country, not by choice, but literally in exile? Is that the situation with Commissioner Cherera as well? And sorry.
Thank you, Co-Chair, for that question. It's a very emotive question. You heard when Commissioner Masit was responding. She was really shaken, and it has taken a toll to all of us. I, being the vice chair and the voice behind the mic, and the team being dubbed by my surname, Cherera 4. I am in my late 40s, And I have a young family. My last born is 7 years old. It was bad, even in school. Our social life was really thwarted. It was bad for my children. It was bad for my family. And I said some of things, we cannot say them on camera because it is not a safe space for all of us. We've been threatened just because we spoke what we saw and what we know. Personally, I was in charge of communication at Bomas. I used to get information and statements from the commission, and I give it out to the media. The screens were there to help the same, but came on Friday evening, the screens were stopped. Everyone used to come to me to get information. And you know, part of communication is the transparency bit that is a requirement in any election. I could not give people that information. I asked the chair that we refresh the screens so that Kenyans can see how many votes we have tallied, how many are remaining, and of course it was going to be helpful for the country to see the trend and also prepare them to the end. Of course, if it remains like 5,000 votes, people already know how this election has gone. But that was stopped, and it was not something that we had agreed in the commission plenary. I asked about this 2 times, and the chairman said that he was busy tallying. And this tallying, he was doing it alone with selected few. So all of us, even me as the vice chair, was kept out of this information. And that's why, even today, we will stand by our word that we disown this election presidential result because it was tallied by a few and it was not verified. As we were reading the constituency results, there were queries that were coming on our desk. We needed to get to know how these queries have been resolved to come to the final tally, but all that was not forthcoming. So our voice to disown the result has brought a lot of economic, social, negative impact to ourselves and to our families. When the security was withdrawn, it was withdrawn from our homes and our personal security. And at that time, mandamanos were almost starting. And let me be very clear with the committee. It was said on that faithful Sunday when people gathered in a church somewhere, I can't remember. And after the sermon, it was just Cherera 4 should resign, Cherera 4 should resign. And after that, the opposition started saying that they will go to the street because of Cherera 4, they should not resign. As a Kenyan, loving the citizens of this country, that was the day I decided that Kenyans will not go to the streets in my name and blood be shed. Monday morning, I resigned after that Sunday. I did not resign because of myself. I didn't come to the commission to resign. I resigned for the sake of this country. If anyone is to fight for me, God will fight my battles. We conclude that since even to date, the commission published the 2022 presidential election, I want to submit that this election be audited. The servers should be opened and a forensic audit should happen. Let us put this thing to rest After the audit, let us move on. But I will leave it to the committee and the country to decide. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Cherera and Commissioner Masit. And maybe Commissioner Masit, there is a question, specific question Honorable Eugene asked you. Did you receive any specific threats? And as you answer that, I put a rider to it. Were those specific threats from any specific people? Did you report them to the police? Have you recorded any statements of such threats? To Commissioner Cherera, you have indicated that you resigned, but there was an assertion that you had been forced to resign. From what you have said, it looks like circumstances around the calls for demonstrations and calls for your resignation is what made you resign, and you have asserted that you resigned to save the country from bloodshed and people dying in your name. My third question to you, Commissioner Cherera, you say you spoke on behalf, and you have rightly put it, the four of you are Christian, the Cherera four. Maybe Kenyans liked you more than, liked your face more than, because you are more on TV, being in charge of communication, and that's why they were Christian, the Cherera four. But, is she still there? Yes, she is. Okay. But you have asserted that you would communicate on behalf of the Commission. You have both asserted that you did not see any Form 34C. You did not tally. But Commissioner Cherera, I do remember you somewhere around Serena announcing results. What results were you announcing? Where did that tally come from, if you were not involved in any tally? And why did you not adduce that evidence before the Supreme Court? And as I said, we are not litigating the Supreme Court again. But why did you not adduce evidence before the Supreme Court that not a single 34C was seen by yourselves? You did not adduce any single form that differed from the forms that were on the portal. The Supreme Court verified those results that were in the portal. And you did not, why did you not then? Did you not trust, because there are things you are saying you cannot tell us, did you not also trust the Supreme Court of this Republic?
Thank you,
Thank
Chair.
you.
I can come
Thank you,
back.
Chair.
And then,
Maybe Masit can go first.
yeah, because mine are few. Thank you, Chairman. One, I want to say for record that I'm strengthened. Actually, before,